So I would really like to know more about craniosacral from you.
So the craniosacral therapy is a physical manipulation of the bones of the skull, if I should put it in that way. It was developed by a doctor called Dr. Oplecher, that was a neurosurgeon. And during a normal procedure of an operation, he had to hold what we call the durometer of that is sitting in our neck, basically. And he had to hold that and realize that it kept slipping away from him. And although he had been in the field for over 15 years, he said, why is this happening? And until after the operation, it was being discussed in a forum of other experts. It went to research and they found out that the cerebral spinal fluid that we physiologically is having in our body is basically having its own pulse, which was then the reason, because of this pulse, that it kept on slipping away from him. So this cerebral spinal fluid is having the pulse from a hydraulic pump, and this flows through its own closed system, which is around the bones of the skull and the spine down around the sacrum. It goes to the bloodstream, comes back in the bloodstream and flows within that closed system. So the system goes completely still before it goes back into that system again and movement again. What I'm then doing is I'm basically creating a gentle touch to look at where are the blockages that maybe hinders this still point to be created. And very often due to stress, traumas, due to maybe misalignments, this is basically what can happen, that we are not creating the still point and there's not a balance of that fluid flowing properly. So that can maybe create migraines, it can create problems in our development, it can lead to concentration problems or pains or any kind of other imbalances.
What do you do in this therapy?
So basically a client will come to me and with a specific problem. The treatment is happening while the client is lying down, fully dressed. And I am basically just very gently working through each bones of the skull that are all connected like sutures, so they're basically connected like that. And in that connection, this is between those bones, this is where I will be working and basically with my hands be listening and feeling where those constrictions are. So with very gentle manipulation, I will create that space and openness that is needed for the fluid to flow. So a treatment will take approximately anything between 45 minutes to an hour.
What kind of challenges or issues people should have to come for something like this?
Actually, no one needs to come with any challenges in the sense that you can also just feel stressed.
Okay.
You can feel stressed, you maybe can have imbalance, you can have low energy, you can have concentration problems, you can maybe have weaknesses. But I also have clients coming to me, I have children coming to me that are maybe handicapped, developmental needs, hyperactivity. And basically by balancing this craniosacral system can really help for growth, for relaxation, and an overall feeling of improved health.
What are the 5 things people can do on a daily basis to have a balanced craniosacral system?
One of the things that I will say is getting enough rest. Rest is also very important. And de-stress. And de-stress by maybe introducing breath in your day-to-day life. So I will say one thing to maybe introduce is put an alarm clock. Every 2 hours or every 3 hours or 3 times a day. Put an alarm clock on your telephone and just take a minute to do some deep breathing. Breathe in your abdomen. Get some other small tips of how you can breathe. But very simply, just be mindful of breath, because breath is what creates movement and breath creates space. Another thing I would say, make sure that you are really keeping a proper posture. A lot of us are sitting with our telephones or on the computer and we are getting this negative posture. So really make sure that we are sitting straight up, that we are doing movements with our neck. Stand away from your computer, move away, stand up, do certain small movements with your neck and your shoulders to make sure that whatever tension is there is being released. Eat healthy, don't eat processed food, cook your own food, eat fresh vegetables, drink enough water to clean off whatever toxins is there. So, don't drink too much coffee, don't drink fizzy drinks. And so these are things that, basic things, nutritional things that can really help also improve and release whatever toxins is sitting in our system. That is also blocking, of course, the whole fluids and the space that is needed.
Thank you so much. I think
You're
it was very
welcome.
enlightening. Thank you.
Thank you.